Number 1. Switzerland. Switzerland, a nation long synonymous with discretion and financial stability, is quietly moving to Singapore in 2025, solidifying its presence as a key player in Asia's financial landscape. Swiss financial institutions continue to have a significant presence in Singapore, drawn by its robust regulatory framework and burgeoning Asian markets. The legal merger between Credit Suisse, Switzerland Limited and UBS Switzerland AG, largely planned for 2025 in Switzerland, has implications for their global operations, including in Singapore. UBS aims to simplify and automate the transfer of client relationships, maintaining its strong presence and services in the region. This strategic move highlights Singapore's appeal as a wealth management hub, attracting considerable Swiss financial interest, particularly in private banking and asset management services. For Switzerland, a country known for its high value-added industries, the appeal of Singapore extends beyond traditional finance. The city-state offers a gateway to rapid growth in Southeast Asia and beyond, providing a stable and efficient platform for expansion. Swiss companies are leveraging Singapore's reputation for innovation and its strong talent pool in areas like fintech and green technologies. This alignment allows Swiss businesses to tap into new markets while maintaining their commitment to precision and quality. The discreet nature of these movements underscores a long-term strategic play by Swiss entities, who prioritize stability and growth in a globalized yet unpredictable economic climate. Beyond corporate strategy, there's a quieter human element to this shift. High-net-worth Swiss individuals and families are increasingly considering Singapore as a desirable base. The city-state's world-class legal system, political stability, high standard of living, and attractive tax landscape offer a compelling alternative for those seeking to diversify their assets and secure their future in a globally connected yet secure environment. Singapore's sophisticated infrastructure, including top-tier international schools and healthcare facilities, further enhances its appeal to Swiss expatriates, making it a comfortable and conducive environment for long-term residency. The synergy between Swiss precision and Singaporean dynamism is creating new opportunities for collaboration. Discussions are underway for potential partnerships in areas like sustainable finance and smart city solutions, where Switzerland's expertise in green technology could find fertile ground in Singapore's ambitious urban development plans. This quiet but steady migration of Swiss capital, talent, and innovation signifies a deepening of ties between two nations that prioritize prudence, efficiency, and long-term prosperity. It's a clear indication that for powerful countries, Singapore remains a top destination for strategic expansion. Number 2. Canada. Canada is strategically deepening its trade and economic relations with Singapore in 2025, viewing the city-state as a critical gateway to the dynamic Indo-Pacific region. This push is a core component of Canada's comprehensive Indo-Pacific strategy, which aims to diversify trade, strengthen partnerships, and secure supply chains. In February 2025, the Canadian Minister of Export Promotion, International Trade and Economic Development visited Singapore to participate in the 3rd Annual Canada in Asia Conference, underscoring the commitment to increasing collaboration, creating jobs, and attracting investment. Canadian direct investment in Singapore reached a substantial $18.0 billion in 2023, a clear indicator of the growing economic ties and trust between the two nations. A significant aspect of Canada's focus on Singapore is in the technology sector. Canadian tech startups are increasingly keen to leverage Singapore as a launchpad and regional hub for expansion into Southeast Asia. Singapore's robust digital infrastructure, vibrant startup ecosystem, and access to a vast consumer market make it an attractive destination for Canadian innovators. The Trade Commissioner Service in Singapore is actively facilitating this, organizing a business delegation for the Singapore Week of Innovation and Technology, SWITCH, in October 2025. This mission will specifically target smart cities and fintech solutions, areas where Canadian expertise can find strong synergy with Singapore's ambitious development goals. Beyond technology, Canada is exploring broader economic opportunities. The emphasis on strengthening trade links means Canadian companies are seeking to reduce reliance on traditional markets and forge new avenues for growth in Asia. Singapore's role as a regional logistics and financial hub makes it an ideal partner for facilitating this diversification. Canadian businesses are also drawn to Singapore's stability, transparent regulatory environment, and its extensive network of free trade agreements, which provide preferential access to other markets in the region. This strategic alignment supports Canada's objectives of fostering economic resilience and expanding its global footprint. The relationship also extends to people-to-people connections. Educational exchanges and collaborations between Canadian and Singaporean universities are growing, fostering a deeper understanding and shared expertise in key sectors. This influx of Canadian talent, whether in tech, finance, or other professional services, further enriches Singapore's diverse workforce and strengthens bilateral ties. The quiet yet deliberate actions of Canadian businesses and government initiatives demonstrate that Canada is one of the powerful countries recognizing the strategic importance of Singapore, thereby quietly moving to Singapore in 2025 to secure its economic future in Asia. Number 3. United Arab Emirates, UAE. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, continues to view Singapore as a strategic partner for investment and business expansion in Asia, leading to a quiet but significant shift of Emirati interests towards the city-state in 2025. While specific details on new sovereign wealth fund investments for 2025 are not always publicly disclosed, the broader trend of Emirati businesses and investment entities seeking opportunities in high-growth Asian markets, particularly in areas like technology, logistics, and finance, is undeniably ongoing. Singapore's stable regulatory environment, efficient governance, and unparalleled connectivity make it an attractive destination for UAE capital and expertise. One of the most notable aspects of the UAE's increasing engagement is in logistics and connectivity. Both Dubai and Abu Dhabi have built global reputations as aviation and maritime hubs. However, recognizing Singapore's strategic location at the nexus of east-west trade routes, major UAE logistics companies are expanding their operations in Singapore. This is not merely about setting up branch offices. It's about establishing new regional bases that leverage Singapore's world-class ports and airports as key launchpads for connecting their global networks to the booming economies of Southeast Asia and beyond. This strategic positioning allows Emirati firms to enhance their supply chain resilience and access new markets with greater efficiency. Furthermore, Singapore's robust financial sector is a significant draw for Emirati wealth. Wealthy families and family offices from the UAE are increasingly looking to Singapore as a safe haven that blends financial security with global opportunity. The city-state's rock-solid legal framework, strong rule of law, and sophisticated wealth management services provide a secure environment for their assets to grow. This flow of capital highlights a diversification strategy, moving beyond traditional investment avenues and seeking stable, high-growth potential in a globally recognized financial hub. The focus is on long-term asset protection and strategic growth in a dynamically changing global economy. The collaboration extends to the development of new financial products, including Islamic finance solutions tailored for Southeast Asia's diverse population. This partnership between leading banks from the UAE and local giants in Singapore demonstrates a deep understanding of regional market needs and a commitment to innovation. It represents a blend of tradition and forward-thinking financial strategies, positioning both nations at the forefront of this niche yet growing market. For the UAE, these multifaceted engagements signify a strategic leap, promising growth, stability, and an exciting chapter beyond the Gulf, making it one of the powerful countries quietly moving to Singapore in 2025. Number 4. Germany. Germany and Singapore are strengthening their economic ties in 2025, with a notable shift of German industrial giants and innovators quietly moving to Singapore to leverage its strategic position in Asia. This deepening relationship is evident through events like German Week 2025, Shaping Business Together from September 29 to October 3, which highlights how German companies and institutions are contributing to Singapore's dynamic economy and fostering bilateral business relations. Germany, as an export-oriented industrial powerhouse, sees Singapore as an indispensable hub for tapping into Southeast Asia's fast-evolving supply chains and dynamic talent pool. A key area of collaboration is in research and development, R&D. There is a strong focus on joint R&D projects between German and Singaporean companies, with a call for proposals until October 8, 2025. These projects aim to develop innovative products, processes, or technical services with high market potential across various technology and application areas. Funding is jointly available from both Enterprise Singapore and the German Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Climate Action, BMWK, underscoring the mutual commitment to fostering innovation. This collaborative approach allows German companies to accelerate their technological advancements and adapt them for Asian markets, while Singapore benefits from world-class expertise and investment in its burgeoning tech ecosystem. The automotive industry is also a significant driver of this quiet migration. German carmakers, renowned for their cutting-edge vehicles, are increasingly investing in Singapore's autonomous driving scene. Test tracks are being developed within urban environments, and partnerships are forming between German R&D centers and Singaporean innovation districts. This strategic move allows German companies to experiment with and refine future mobility solutions in a highly controlled and technologically advanced urban setting, which can then be scaled for the broader Asian market. It's a blend of precision engineering and futuristic ambition, making Singapore a critical testing ground for the next generation of smart transportation. Furthermore, the startup world in Singapore is feeling the German touch. Entrepreneurs from Berlin and other German innovation hubs are choosing Singapore for its investor-friendly climate and ready access to Asia's diverse consumer base. Singapore's supportive ecosystem provides fertile ground for fresh ideas, with funding and opportunities around every corner. This influx of German entrepreneurial spirit contributes to Singapore's vibrant startup scene and enhances its position as a regional innovation hub. For Germany, these moves are all about future-proofing industries, building resilient supply chains, and establishing stronger bridges to the heart of Asia's growth story, making it one of the powerful countries with a growing presence in the city-state. Number 5. Australia. Australia's connection with Singapore is deepening in 2025, marked by a notable increase in Australian professionals and educational institutions quietly moving to Singapore. This growing presence is driven by Singapore's vibrant expat scene, dynamic job market, and its strategic position as a gateway to Asia. Young Australians are increasingly trading their home cities for Singapore's glittering skyline, drawn by new career opportunities and a high standard of living. While overall job postings in Singapore saw some cooling in May 2025, the labor market remains tight with a low unemployment rate of 2.1%, indicating strong demand in specific sectors like sports, education, veterinary, dental, and pharmacy. Management, education, project management, and production and manufacturing roles are particularly prominent, attracting Australian talent. Education serves as another powerful driver of this increasing Australian presence. Major Australian universities are actively planting roots in Singapore, opening satellite campuses and establishing research centers. This brings world-class learning and research closer to Asia's brightest minds, fostering collaborations that blend Australian creativity with Singaporean discipline. Institutions like the Australian International School, AIS Singapore, continue to release their term dates for 2025, reflecting the steady flow of Australian families seeking international education for their children. These educational linkages not only provide opportunities for students, but also create platforms for joint research in critical areas like technology, business, and science, fueling innovation across both nations. On the economic front, Australia's agricultural giants are also making strategic moves closer to Singapore. This is a direct response to Singapore's growing appetite for quality produce and its ambition to enhance food security through advanced food technology. From sustainable farming practices to sophisticated logistics and cold chain management, Australian expertise is helping power Singapore's quest for a more secure and resilient food supply. This bilateral engagement in the agri-food sector demonstrates a practical and mutually beneficial relationship, where Australian know-how supports Singapore's strategic national goals. The increasing number of Australian expatriates and businesses establishing a stronger foothold in Singapore is a testament to the city-state's magnetic appeal. Singapore offers a fresh start with the comforts of home just a flight away, combined with unparalleled access to Asia's booming economies. With geography, ambition, and a strong sense of camaraderie on their side, Australians are increasingly making Singapore their second home, integrating into the cosmopolitan fabric of the city. This trend highlights Australia as one of the powerful countries that sees Singapore as central to its future prosperity and influence in the Indo-Pacific. Number 6. France. France and Singapore are elevating their strategic cooperation in civil aviation, marking a significant step in the quiet but deliberate moving to Singapore by French interests in 2025. This deepening partnership aims to enhance connectivity between the two global air hubs, underscoring Singapore's growing importance in France's aviation strategy. An enhanced framework agreement was exchanged on May 30, 2025, covering crucial areas such as safety, security, air traffic management, environmental sustainability, training, and aviation innovation. This comprehensive agreement signals a long-term commitment that extends to private sector companies and training institutions, reflecting a shared vision for the future of air travel. A standout development is the joint establishment of an avionics lab in Singapore by the Civil Aviation Authority of Singapore, CAS, and Thales, a leading French multinational company designing and building electrical systems. This will be Thales' first avionics lab outside France, leveraging AI solutions for critical systems and optimizing air transport operations in the Asia-Pacific region. This move not only brings cutting-edge French technology and expertise to Singapore, but also creates new job opportunities and strengthens local capabilities in advanced aviation domains. It positions Singapore as a key hub for aviation innovation and enhances its role as a global air hub and a center for maintenance, repair, and overhaul (MRO) activities. Beyond aviation, the presence of French luxury brands continues to thrive in Singapore's affluent market, reflecting a strong consumer demand for high-end goods. Iconic French fashion houses and gourmet labels are solidifying their regional headquarters in Singapore, weaving French elegance into the city's vibrant retail scene. For instance, Chanel chose Singapore to restage its 2025-26 cruise show in November, highlighting the city-state's visibility in Southeast Asia and its status as an important hub for the brand's development. This reflects not just a business decision, but a cultural integration, bringing a taste of Parisian chic to Asian consumers. The growing French expatriate community in Singapore is also fostering a surge in cultural exchanges, fueling art, music, and culinary festivals that bring a lively taste of France to local streets. This vibrant exchange of ideas and flavors transforms Singapore into a richer melting pot of global culture. For France, this quiet migration is not just about expanding business footprints, it's about sharing a way of life, fostering innovation, and cementing its influence in one of the world's most dynamic and strategically important cities, making it one of the powerful countries with a deepening strategic presence. Number 7. South Korea. South Korea's engagement with Singapore in 2025 is primarily characterized by growing technological and cultural exchanges, signaling a quiet but strategic moving to Singapore by various South Korean sectors. Singapore's reputation as a tech hub and a gateway to Southeast Asia makes it an increasingly attractive destination for South Korean investment, particularly in cutting-edge areas like AI, fintech, and smart city solutions. This collaboration extends beyond traditional trade, focusing on innovation and market expansion in the rapidly growing Asian region. One of the most visible aspects of this growing presence is in the entertainment industry. Korean pop culture, including K-pop music, K-dramas, and Korean films, continues to make immense waves globally. By 2025, Singapore is quickly becoming a second home for South Korea's entertainment giants, with K-pop agencies and film studios setting up vibrant new headquarters. This strategic move aims to turn Singapore into a launchpad for the next global sensations, leveraging its diverse population and strong connectivity to reach wider audiences across Southeast Asia. Concerts, fan events, and exclusive premieres in Singapore are lighting up the city, with local fans actively joining the global Hallyu wave. Beyond the glitz of entertainment, leading Korean electronics and tech firms are bringing their research and development (R&D) teams to Singapore. They are eager to tap into the city's world-class digital infrastructure and collaborate on building smarter devices, testing new ideas, and shaping the future of technology in Asia. This synergy unlocks fresh opportunities for both nations, pushing them to the cutting edge of innovation in areas like artificial intelligence, advanced manufacturing, and smart urban solutions. This investment in R&D signifies a long-term commitment to leveraging Singapore's ecosystem for technological advancement. Healthcare is another sector where South Korea's influence is growing. Renowned Korean hospitals are partnering with Singaporean medical centers, bringing state-of-the-art treatments and wellness programs to Southeast Asia's doorstep. This collaboration attracts patients from around the world seeking high-quality medical services, further solidifying Singapore's reputation as a regional medical hub. For South Korea, this quiet migration is more than just a trend. It's a strategic leap that opens doors to fresh audiences, new markets, and an exciting chapter in Asia's story, firmly establishing it as one of the powerful countries increasing its footprint in Singapore. Number 8. Japan. Japan's quiet but impactful influence is growing in Singapore in 2025, as major Japanese corporations are increasingly moving their regional headquarters to Singapore's bustling business districts. This strategic shift reflects Japan's keen interest in strengthening its economic ties and expanding its presence within the dynamic Southeast Asian market. Seasoned Japanese executives and rising talents are choosing Singapore as the base for their Asian strategies, drawn by its political stability, robust legal framework, and strong economic prospects. This move brings a blend of Japanese discipline and innovation, aiming to connect more effectively with Southeast Asia's booming consumer base and integrate into regional supply chains. On the financial front, Japanese banks and investment firms are pouring resources into Singapore's thriving fintech sector. Here, Japan's extensive financial experience meets Singapore's local creativity, sparking a new wave of financial technology that is smarter, faster, and more secure. This collaboration is designed to cater to the evolving needs of Asia's digital economy. Japanese financial institutions are actively participating in key industry summits, such as the Asian Banking and Finance and Insurance Asia Summit in September 2025, demonstrating their commitment to the region's financial development and their desire to stay at the forefront of industry trends. The partnership also extends to green initiatives. Japanese companies are launching ambitious projects with Singapore to explore hydrogen energy and other renewable solutions. Together, they are tackling climate change with bold new ideas, turning Singapore into a laboratory for sustainable progress. This collaboration in green technology aligns with both nations' commitments to environmental sustainability and positions them as leaders in developing clean energy solutions for the future. Such ventures highlight a forward-looking approach, leveraging shared expertise to address global challenges. Furthermore, collaboration in business events is cementing these ties. The Singapore Exhibition and Convention Bureau, SECB, and Jetro Singapore signed a 3-year Memorandum of Cooperation, MOC, on June 20, 2025, to catalyze business events growth and create new gateways for economic collaboration. This partnership was notably highlighted at the Dream Sphere, Singapore's pavilion, at Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan. The aim is to leverage Singapore's strengths as a premier destination for business events, enabling Japanese companies to expand their international outreach and fostering meaningful collaborations. For Japan, this quiet migration is about reinvention and unlocking the immense promise of a rapidly changing region, firmly establishing it as one of the powerful countries with a strategic focus on Singapore. Number 9. United Kingdom, UK. The United Kingdom is making bold and strategic moves in quietly shifting its business focus to Singapore's global crossroads, significantly increasing its presence in 2025. In the wake of Brexit, British companies are actively planting their flags in the Lion City, building new regional offices and forging stronger ties with Asia's fast-growing economies. This move brings centuries of British tradition and expertise into the heart of Southeast Asia's future, as the UK seeks to redefine its global economic partnerships and diversify its trade relationships beyond Europe. This quiet but determined shift underscores Singapore's growing importance as a key hub for powerful countries looking eastward. Legal powerhouses from London are a prime example of this increasing presence, opening their doors and expanding their operations in Singapore. The city's status as a leading international arbitration hub is attracting complex cases and top legal minds from around the world. British firms are at the forefront of this, actively shaping the region's business legal landscape and ensuring that international deals are conducted with clarity and confidence. The Singapore Ministry of Law's public consultation on its international arbitration regime in May 2025, partly in response to the UK's Arbitration Act 2025, highlights the close legal alignment and mutual respect between the two jurisdictions. This indicates a desire by Singapore to maintain its competitive edge, partly by staying abreast of developments in a key legal partner like the UK. Beyond the legal sector, education and innovation are also seeing a modern twist. British edtech startups and universities are partnering with Singapore's world-class institutions, delivering innovative learning platforms that reach students across Asia. This dynamic blend of British creativity and Singaporean efficiency promises new ways to learn and grow, leveraging digital technologies to expand access to high-quality education. These collaborations are not just about academic exchange, but also about developing marketable solutions that cater to the evolving educational needs of the region. The UK's engagement with Singapore is a clear reflection of its Global Britain agenda, aiming to project influence and foster economic prosperity through stronger ties with fast-growing regions. Singapore offers a stable English-speaking environment with a strong rule of law, making it a natural fit for British businesses looking to expand their international footprint. For the United Kingdom, Singapore represents a future of opportunity and connection, right at the heart of the world's next economic wave, solidifying its position as one of the powerful countries quietly moving to Singapore in 2025. Number 10. United States, US. The heartbeat of American innovation is increasingly pulsing through Singapore in 2025, as US tech giants and visionary entrepreneurs are quietly moving to Singapore to make the city their primary Asian base. This significant shift underscores Singapore's undeniable appeal as a strategic hub for American businesses looking to expand their presence and influence in the Indo-Pacific. Silicon Valley's brightest minds are building new headquarters and regional offices along Singapore's waterfront, bringing with them the energy, ambition, and disruptive thinking that has historically sparked technological revolutions. Every corner of Singapore buzzes with fresh ideas as American companies tap into its vibrant startup ecosystem. A crucial driver of this American presence is venture capital. U.S. venture capitalists are leading the charge, pouring significant funds into Singaporean startups and actively scouting the next wave of global disruptors. Despite global economic challenges, Singapore-based firms secured approximately US $4.05 billion in venture capital across 369 deals in the first 9 months of 2024. Singapore government has further bolstered this by allocating an additional $440 million to the Startup SG Equity Scheme in October 2024, increasing total government funding to over 1 billion Singapore dollars. This robust financial ecosystem, combined with easy access to regional markets, fuels breakthroughs in AI, digital finance, and sustainability, turning Singapore into a magnet for both talent and investment from the US. Beyond technology and finance, entertainment is also joining the movement. Major Hollywood studios and media companies are setting up creative hubs in Singapore. This strategic move recognizes the growing importance of Asian audiences and the need to produce content tailored for regional tastes. Productions destined for Asian audiences are now springing to life right in Singapore, bringing together filmmakers, artists, and storytellers from across the world. This diversification of American investment highlights Singapore's versatility and its capacity to support a wide range of industries, from high-tech manufacturing to creative content production. For the United States, this quiet migration is about more than just business. It's about shaping the future from one of the world's most dynamic cities. It's about securing a foothold in a region of immense economic growth and geopolitical significance, establishing a crucial outpost for innovation, trade, and cultural exchange. This convergence of government support, private sector expertise, and regional market access creates a unique environment for U.S. investment and startup success. The strong and growing presence of U.S. enterprises firmly establishes it as one of the powerful countries making a deliberate quiet move towards Singapore in 2025.